ultimately the final Hamshachas Hashchina Merkia Aleph La'aretz, the Dira B'Tachteinim and the Gula Mitzvah Shlema. That's what all the Nivraim from the highest Nivraim were waiting for from when the world was created. So, was kann sein aggressor Yomtiv? There was a chassid. Rabbi Avram Ayar was from the Grace of Chassidim. Was hat gelernt in Lubavitch by the Rebbe Rashab. I was from the Chassidim Bali Mesiras Nefesh in Russia. And he was from the Elder Chassidim by the Rebbe. From the Tziyurim by the Rebbe of the Chassidish Yidden. Yeah, from the Chassidish faces and so on. But once, it says, Kol HaGadol, behers, Kol HaGadol, mechabeir yitzre gadol imen. Sometimes a big chassid has a yitzhara of a big chassid. He also has his challenges. He has his difficulties. He has his temptations. So Rabbi Avram Ayar once had an episode where he had a challenge. What was his challenge? The Rebbe wanted him to go on Shlichus to Kfar Chabad, to be a mashpia there, to be a shadar there. And he, after everything that he endured in the Mesiras Nefesh under communism in Russia, and all the muchinish, and he finally made it to a place of oir. He didn't need to have the pizza shops in Crown Heights, but he's now by the Rebbe, next to the Rebbe, and hearing Farbrengen and hearing Mamorim and hearing Siches. He couldn't tear himself away from these Dalet Ames that Misham Eira Yetzis L'chol Eilam. He felt this was too big of a Mesiras Nefesh. Every shlichus is Mesiras Nefesh. But for him, who had a true appreciation of what it means to be in a Dalet Ames of Eir, and after everything that he went through to get there, he couldn't imagine doing that. And he didn't go. And the Rebbe tried to push him to go. And the Rebbe was upset with him. That incident, he was a Chassidish and everything, but that incident, the Rebbe had a k'peda to the point of reacting at one time very angrily to Rabbi. The Rebbe that was. Because nicht gefolgt. Yeah, we all have, sometimes, we have tivus, we want oir, we want gilui elikus, and because of that, we have difficulty carrying out our shlichus, we have difficulty folding, we have difficulty doing the things that is our instruction and our directive and our shlichus from the Rebbe. So he was like that, and the Rebbe was upset with it. As befoknish, then there's consequences sometimes. So he was once, there was the Suda by the Rebbe, a Sudas Yomtiv. By the Sudas Yomtiv, so the elder Chassidim and the important people would be invited, certain chashuv guests would be invited. It wasn't open to the public by the Sudas Yomtiv. And that particular Sudas Yomtiv was during the time when, so to speak, the Rebbe had a k'peda against him. The Rebbe had a tain on him, and he wasn't one of the invited guests to the Suda. But nevertheless, he showed up. He came, and there was some elder chassidim sitting around the table. There was some Bachrim. The Bachrim who were the shluchim to Australia got invited to be invited guests by the Suda. There's Bachrim who were from the shlichus from Australia. And so he went over to two Bachrim who were sitting directly on the other end of the table, directly facing the Rebbe. And he told them, move over. Yeah, he's out to the chassid, I knew he was going to fight with him. They squeezed over, and he sat down directly facing the Rebbe. And he filled up a kelishka with l'chaim, and he picked it up and he said, l'chaim Rebbe. He wanted to get past the Akiva, yeah, that the Rebbe should say l'chaim to him. But the Rebbe didn't answer him, because he didn't belong there, and he didn't, he had, whatever, according to his level, he had a Akiva, yeah. The Rebbe didn't answer him. He said a second time, he picked up his kalishka, and he said, l'chaim Rebbe. The Rebbe didn't answer him. But he was, he knew how to take care of himself. He picked it up a third time, and he said to the Rebbe like this. He said, Rebbe, here's Zayt HaYerish. He said, you're a Yerish. The Rebbe Yashin, the Messias, the Rabbistim from the Friedrich Rebbe. He said, on Yerish, Yashins everything, the bad together with the good. Yerish there's no differentiation. There's no partial Yerusha. Yerusha is everything. Tachas Avisecha, Yiu Banecha. The Yerish stands in the place of the Meirish and takes over everything. He said, you're a Yerish, you're Yashin, everything, the bad with the good. He said to the Rebbe, even if I'm bad, you're stuck with me. And then he picked up the Becher a third time. He said, L'chaim Rebbe. And the Rebbe answered him, L'chaim L'brach. I mean, the Rebbe accepted his argument and what he said. On Yud Shevat, the Rebbe yashened us. The Rebbe took over the Nesiyos for every single chassid. Every chassid was going to be a part of the Rashmi ad Bias Geil Tzedek until the Galos of Mashiach takes the Ad Mamish. The Rebbe had him and he accepted us. He took us over. He took us on his shoulders to carry us, to be like it says in the Maimer, the Chad B'dara, Vasar Halt the ganze Deir of seine Plätzes. And therefore, that's the Yontif for the ganze Welt, and for every single chassid personally, that just like Avraham Ayar had his time, that he was able to have the reason to see himself, that he's probably the bad, halavai, we should be the bad cheder like he was, yeah. But he had the time that he had something like it. We could also be like that. We have times that sometimes we have challenges and we don't always live up to them. We have times that we have shlichusim, and sometimes our agenda, our plans, and our strategies and our intentions stand in the way of carrying out the Rebbe's shlichus exactly the way it's meant to be carried out and the way the Rebbe wants us to do it. And on Yud Shevat, despite that, the Rebbe took us all under his wing, in his hands, the bad with the good, so to speak. No matter who we are, that he's our Rebbe, he's our Adinenu, Meirenu, V'Rabbeinu, and our Melech HaMashiach, to pull us out of our Golus Pnimi, to pull us out of our darkness and out of our blood, out of our mud, that we could sink in Chas v'Shalom. And therefore, das is unser Yontif, was kann sein aggressor Yontif, that through that we go me'afei. But in order to appreciate it, in order to take advantage of it, so we have to make ourselves kelim for it. Avraham Ayar was a Chassidish. His part to be a keli for the Rebbe's Messias, he did. He worked on himself. He was a Eivid and a Chassid and a Masker and all Zachin. So he did his part, and he said that l'chaim to get the Rebbe Kilu to reciprocate should be kamayim aponim leponim. We have to do our part also. It's not enough to know that on Yud Shevat, the Rebbe on his side agreed to become our Rebbe. We have to figure out what that means to us, that we do whatever it takes, b'yigias nefesh, yigias basar, to do the hard work, that we should be chassidim of the Rebbe, that we should have a shaykhus with that we should take it into ourselves, but please. I once had a Misnagdish Magachir. Because he was teaching on Misnagdish. And after I left the yeshiva and I went to join the Lubavitch yeshiva, Baruch Hashem, and this Magachir, so when I was close with him, when I was learning by him, so I was once visiting, I think it was Muncie. I was visiting Muncie and he was booked in Muncie and he made up to meet me. It was actually one of the central places in Muncie. Then, I don't know today, this is a good few years ago. Then one of the central places was a shul called Farbrengen. It was called Farbrengen. It was a Satmar shul that had a bunch of rooms and a bunch of minyanim and a mikveh. And it was a great place to be, to daven, to drink coffee, to meet someone. Perfect. So he made up, let's meet in Farbrengen. I forget, he called it, let's meet in Farbrengen. We'll say hello, Kasha. I said to him, I can't. This was, I forget, it wasn't the mem. So I said that the Rebbe spoke, that year, the Rebbe spoke a sikha about Satmar. And the Rebbe said, Vishtarangin and Zeir Bati Midrashim. I said, I can't go into Satmar in Spanish. The Rebbe said, Vishtarangin and Zeir Bati Midrashim. Yeah, I don't know if you know Kunsim. So he says, okay, we'll meet in the parking lot. Can we meet in the parking lot? I said, yeah, we can meet in the parking lot. That's what we did. We did in the parking lot and we spoke. So during the meeting, I forget what else he told me. So one thing he told me, I might say, but he told me there's a story that I want to tell you that I saw once. But he said, I don't know if I should tell you this because maybe it's like for you, you'll hear it, you won't know how to take it. He says he was by a Farbrengen because, he was all the serious. There has to trust me that you. Chaim.
Sacrifice by the five brothers.
Oh, that's what this is. Chaim would rather. So you hear all the serious and Snagdin, Litvisha, and Pelisha, they all go to Farbrengen, they all go to Shevat, they all have some history of things that the Lubavitch here, there somewhere. Why? Because they have a neshama. If they're serious, they have some relationship with their neshama, and the neshama is seeking the emes, and therefore they end up in Lubavitch. Yeah, there has to be a serious Lubavitch chassid. Must also end up a bisschen bringen sich bei a Chassidus, bei a Farbrengen, und fühlen, als sucht etwas, oder kriegen etwas. So anyways, he tells me he was in Lakewood, he was once by a Farbrengen from Avram Ayar. And Avram Ayar and the Misnagdim, they like to, the elder Chassidim, they like to build them up and they know how to be involved in that. Those who are serious, who get to know them. It's still, Lubavitch, they don't like it. So he told me he was by a Farbrengen from Avram Ayar. He tells me, I don't know if I should tell you this, because maybe it's going to weaken your feel munas of Lubavitch Chassid. I think that's the reason why he told me. He said Avram Ayar was sitting the whole Farbrengen and he was crying that he wants to be more Mekosher to the Rebbe. So he started, you see, Avram Ayar is such a big Chassid. Und ist nicht gehalten von der Rebbe, that he was crying. Let's get there. I told him, the story is that's a great chassid, that's the Negeya Eskasha. But that's what he shared with me, what stuck in his head, that he was in Spal, or Tizana Eltire Chassid, a great chassid, a chassid she'yin, a Baal Mesiras Nefesh, and he was a Baal Nigla. Rabbi was a Baal Nigla also. His shver was Zalmamesha. Zalmamesha used to say, Echad Nebecha Edem, Azeraza Baal Nigla. So there's a Baal Nigla and a Baal Chassidus and a Eivet. Yeah, you remember Zeraza?
Zaraza?
Yeah. You should know. Yeah. He said, I have a Edem, a Zeraza, a Baal Nigla. So, but he said his Shiyid, the Chassidus Shiyid, is all the milas. and he's crying that he feels that he's missing his kashrus. Farbrengen is Farbrengen in Lakewood with the Misnagdim. But he took mashka and his penis came out and Wasser Tzechareski. His Bechias comes from the Meister Leichen as his Negeah Ben Nefesh. He wants to be more Mekusher to the Nefesh. So by him, when he said that L'chaim at Kimachta Keli, you see it was something that was he worked on, something that he strived for, and that he aspired for, and that he put in his effort. He made the Keli from his side. Bayas has to be the same thing. It's not enough to know that it's a yomtiv. It's not enough to know that the Rebbe on his side accepted us and took us over and continues to take us by the hand to look to echad until he brings us out of Golos into Gula Mitzvah Shlema. It has to be something that has to do with us, that every single chassid and every single bacher has to know, was hab ich getan von meinem Seite? What did I do on my side to make myself a keli for this discussions, to work on this discussion, to strive for it, to do something hard for me, because that's what I know that Rebbe expects from me or wants from me, and that's what's going to strengthen my connection. L'chaim u'lebracha, it's our yomtiv, taki good yomtiv. We should celebrate the yomtiv. We should appreciate the yomtiv. We should live with the yomtiv. And we should go from this yomtiv to the embassy yomtiv of the shiru l'havaya shir chodar Someone else is going to tonight? Als wij naar Sidische Bacher, misschien de Vlie, ja, mens, en ga je. Ga je nog Because Nachash היה עולם, שהאיש גave a power, the gave a power to the Nachash, as offer Teicha Kol Yemei Chayecha. It's inspiring that for the Nachash it was a good thing also. Because as we have sushi, I think if you do the sushi, is going to stop again. As we have the steak, the blue is a kosher. As we have the upper, who we get the upper, never finished. So me, my master, Baruch Hashem, takalosai. So the cable is my master. Chaim u'bracha.
Chaim.
I want to tell you a story with Tama. Alam Geher. Yeah. But we'll hear it again. Especially in Shevat, with Helen and their Helen. There was a Yid. His name was Rabbi Gutnick. What was his yichus? His yichus was, as I soon as divine a great severe. But besides that, he was a telzer. He learned to tells, and he came from his family had a shaykhus with Lubavitch from before, and he developed a tremendous relationship with the Rebbe. And the Rebbe gave him shlichus, and the Rebbe gave him phenomenal, extraordinary kiruvim that expressed themselves in answers that the Rebbe answered him to questions subjects that the Rebbe spoke about him, that the Rebbe didn't speak about with others, with a lot of tremendous things. And he had an open door, he had a very, very open yachas with the Rebbe. So once he was by the Rebbe, and he told the Rebbe that he got an invitation. He was a Chattelsa alumni. Yeah, it hurt. Where's our alumni? Our alumni are saying, L'chaim over here. Yeah, L'chaim U'bracha. L'chaim. I forgot how to say L'chaim. L'chaim U'bracha. Oh. Yeah, David comes out of L'chaim.
Yeah, L'chaim.
L'chaim U'bracha. The face was good. The L'chaim was good, but that's half the. So he told the Rebbe that he got an invitation to join a gathering in Cleveland, I think, or somewhere else, of alumni from Pels. He was an alumni from Pels. And there were going to be different alumni from Pels. They're going to have a reunion based on alumni. So, and he told the Rabbi, I think the way I heard, he told the Rabbi he wasn't interested in it. What's the alarm? And the Rabbi told him, no, you should participate. You should go there. And not only that, the Rebbe said, when you're there, the Rebbe gave him a shlichus. The Rebbe said, when you're there, you'll meet. There was a Rabbi, Mordechai Gifter, who was the Rosh Hashiva of Telz in Cleveland. And this Gifter, between me and you, I have to tell you, he was a Yiddish Schwanz. Today, it's like Achre Meski De Shememar, and they write on him how he really was a big friend of Lubavitch, and the stories about it. I remember he was a Schwarz. He was outspoken, and his snagdus more than the other snagdus. What?
He didn't let you say they come, no?
Oh, yeah. It's not a family. It's not a family. After that, I can't get up in a shop. Besides that, other things, I don't want to say. A companion, the Rebbe said to him over there, you're going to meet Gifter. The Rebbe said, he has something against me. When you meet him, ask him what he has against me. The Rebbe told Gifter, you should ask Gifter what he has against the Rebbe. So that's a very unique shlichus, yeah. So he went to the reunion, to the gathering, whatever it was. Yeah, we have shlichus. And by Shalashudis, he found himself sitting next to Gifter. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom, yes, they greet each other. And he says to Gifter, I have a message, a personal message for you. He wants to know what's Hastuan Kevinam. What do you have against him? So Gifter said, since you're asking, Hashem Sechlit, I have to have the two kindness against the Lubavitch. What was the two kindness? He said one thing is all the Gedalim, all the Gedalim. He has a badge, I'm one of the Gedalim, but all the Gedalim said we want to do things, we want to come up with a new project, with a new few, mifsal. So we consult with each other. We have the Mayetzes Gedalim, and the Mayetzes Beis Chachmi. We have a meeting with other Gedalim, and we discuss it with them, and we get their input, and we get their views. And the Rebbe keeps on coming out, and he doesn't ever consult with other Gedalim. He doesn't ask their advice. I took out Saleh. That's one kind. But that kind. Yeah, and the second time he said if you see the Rebbe's Torah, he was a person that he knew the Rebbe's Torah, and he knew the Rebbe's greatness in Torah. And that's what they made. They have this one letter that he asked the Rebbe Maramaki for something, and the Rebbe sent him the Maramaki. So that's how they turned him into like a basic Rebbe. But he knew the Rebbe Torah. He learned the Rebbe's Torah. He was a Yidei. He said, you learn the Rebbe's Torah, you see what's the central theme, the central point, the Yesod from Alam Mitzrayim, from the direction, from the Eitan Dina Atomic is all based on Dira B'Tachtenim. And that's why you can't sit in the Beis HaMedrash, you can't be outside the Kimpels, you have to engage with the world, without the phenomenon, the Tachten, Lamata, Himenu, Binyan Hester, Eili Yisparach, Omachem, Phenem Adira, Le Yisparach, Dira B'Tachtenim. That's the explanation and the rationalization and the justification for all the things that the Rebbe calls. He said, what's Dira B'Tachtenim? Where does it come from? It comes from a Medrash Tanchuma. It's not a Rambam, it's not a Gemara, it's not a Shulchan Aruch. It's not from the Ikrei Adas. It doesn't say in the Gimel Ikrei. How does the Rebbe take a Medrash, a Godesh, a B'Teira, a Medrash Tanchuma, Vashtei Dira B'Tachtenim, Misava HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and turn that into the Yesod of Yiddishkeit? That's the second time. Those are his two kindness on the Lubavitch.
Ein Faruk the Medrash.
What?
People listen to use Ein Faruk the Medrash.
What?
Ein Faruk the Medrash.
Ein Faruk the Medrash. He didn't know that the Tanya is I don't know. So Kopanim, so Kupnik was back by the Rebbe. And the Rebbe asked him about the Shulchan. So he said, yeah. No, I was by him. I asked him. And he answered me. He told me he has these two kindness on the Rebbe. So the Rebbe laughed. And Kinira, this was the point of the Rebbe's question. What was the whole story of it? The Rebbe laughed. And the Rebbe said to him, Kushya Chadam Eteretzes B'Chavata. So there's two questions. One question answers the other question. So these Yidden was a verstehen the Inyan from Dira B'Tachtenim. They don't appreciate and grasp the importance of Dira B'Tachtenim becoming game pregnant by their eitzes. How could you consult with them? How could they be the ones to give the dayat, to give the seal, and to give the kushpanke, vazal miyet, and the vazal miyet? In Siddur, we're introduced to Dira B'Tachtenim. And in the Rebbe's Torah, he was correct. He knew that. He saw that. He worked enough. So we see that the central theme is Dira B'Tachtenim. The Maimer Basi Legani is all about Dira B'Tachtenim of the Friedrich Rebbe Tavshiyot from the beginning of the Maimer. It's about Dira B'Tachtenim and how to carry out Dira B'Tachtenim. So he had difficulty with that. But we got to ask ourselves, do we know what it means? Do we understand Shalom? Kasvei Maluach Udacha, make the picture in your heart, not with the camera, the heron, their heron.
I already have it, so I need to express it outwardly.
What?
I already have it in my heart, so I need to share it with the others.
You think you have it, that's the Ezra. The Friedrich Rebbe was speaking by a Farbrengen was the Chassidin, and he said a word. And the Friedrich Rebbe said to her in their word, a phenomenon sach mashke. To hear this word that I'm telling you, the word is a phenomenon sach mashke. To their her in their word, a phenomenon gara sach mashke. It's a great sensitivity, you darf sagen, Machayim, und mit der Vergessen auf sich, und mit der Vergessen von sich. And we have to ask ourselves, what does it mean to us, Dira B'Tachtenim? That's what Shevat is all about. It's more than Shevat. Like it is in the Rebbe's Torah, the Rebbe reveals that's the whole Yesod of Yiddishkeit. That's the whole purpose of Seder Shtalshalos, the whole purpose of Biyas Adam Aliyaris, of creating the world in shape of Amud and Sheish, Misava HaKadosh Baruch Hu Li Yisrael Dira B'Tachtenim. So what does this mean? What does this tell us? And how does this differ from without knowing Dira B'Tachtenim? From Torah, what's Dira B'Tachtenim? Torah mitzvahs. In the Maimer Takevasi Legani, the emphasis is Har Shalom. What's the emphasis in Basi Legani? How do we do Dira B'Tachtenim? It's Kafia V'Yisapcha. And it's Kafia of the Ikra, Yameyu V'Yisapcha. You're in the basis of the Maimer now over Yishvat. Like a personal Aveda, but Aveda of Torah mitzvahs is what makes the Dira B'Tachtenim. What's the word of Dira B'Tachtenim? That the Eibishter wasn't looking for holiness, for Giluyim. The Eibishter wasn't looking for spirituality, for big fat, big lights. The Eibishter wasn't looking for Atzilos, where over there is Meir, who levade v'il v'chayei chari v'gamei like it says in the Wagner. That wasn't what the Eibishter was looking for. Sometimes we think, oh, here we'll be holy. The Eibishter created the world for one reason. He wanted there should be Tachte, Shein, Tachte, Lamata, Imenu, Inyan, Hester, Eile, Yispara. That there should be a world, there should be a Metzias, an environment, an existence that's completely, so to speak, devoid of godliness. What does it mean, devoid? The Herzach Mishtamkin Alakus. In Bria, Herzach Anabissal Alakus. In Yisira, Herzach Anabissal Alakus. In Asiya, we look around, we see jelly beans, we see potato chips. We don't see or sense at all as that's what the Talmud Eivish. That's why we cried by davening and we say, Amerachim, Rachim, no, Aleinu, V'seinu, Libeinu, Bina. What are we asking the Eivish for Bina? That we should be Maven Davar, Mitech Davar, that we should look at the world where we don't see any other cause. It's that Tacht in the Mata Imenu, being Hester Eri Yispara, and in them so in their Herren as the Kupfanapis, that there's the Va'ata Machayas Kula. But the world itself is Tachtein. And the Eibishter wanted done the Tachtein on the Megal Zayin Alakus. And the Alakus that will be Megal over here is always going to be less than in Atzilos, than in Bria, than in Yetzira, than in Elonis, Asiya, Lukni. It's Tachtein, and even after our Aveda, it's Tachtein. But that the Tachtein becomes a little bit of a Keli. That the Tachtein becomes a little bit of a Shaychus with the Alakus. That's the whole goal and the whole kavanah and the whole purpose of everything. And the same thing is with the Adam. That we think in the Maimer Basil Gani Tafshir Aleph the Rebbe said that we ended up in Deir Shvi. Sometimes it's Shalek because we could think to ourselves that we would have preferred to be in Lubavitch. We would have preferred to be in places of Giluyah, to be by the Alter Rebbe, where it was Zutter Shabahu B'Chayim Mason, to be amongst the Chassidim that they lived the Lakus Begilus, that they davened, that it says about the Chassidim of the Alter Rebbe, big things, about the Tminim and Temchet. Tminim describes how they had a Tkufa Sa'ir, as by Zay is given lifted. And we could think, what could be expected from me? I got stuck in this Deir Shvi, but it's ganz out of the hell and the Hester. So sometimes we're not even bothered by that. We're happy with Deir Shvi. Because Reb Zusha the partisan, Reb Zusha the Laboski used to visit a lot. I remember Kukaski, was a big macabre of his. So he used to visit his house a lot. And whenever Reb Zusha visited his house, so he had to have prepared ice cream. He had to give him ice cream. Because Reb Zusha had he had I don't know, some toothache or something that he had to change. That was the issue. And he knew that, remember, when he came, he had always ice cream, and when he came, he had to take out the ice cream. But once he wanted to egg him on. He said, Zusha, ice cream, Marajana. The most possible thing. He said, you don't understand. He said, the ice cream went to the Eibishter. And the ice cream complains that the whole world, the other Zachat, Hanitzas from Alakos, Hanitzas from Kedusha, or Medafis Mevar Zayin. Who does the Birurim? Nicht die Menschen, was the Menschen, was hat nicht gescheit ist. Chassidim and a Nevada. Chassidim, when they eat and they remember that even though I'm eating and the food tastes good, I'm not focusing on the Michael and the time. I'm focusing on the fact that I could use this for Avedis Hashem without them Nevada to take me out. So they said Chassidim are do their Avedis of the Yudim, and the ice cream they're not Nevada because they don't eat ice cream. So the ice cream went to the Eibishter with a taina. I'm missing out on my purpose of creation. I'm never going to get this body. So the Eibishter said to the ice cream, don't worry, there's going to come a day that Shvi right before Moshiach. You almost put my Mizbara saying the ice cream.
The Rabbi's ice cream.
What?
The Rabbi's ice cream.
Yeah. So sometimes we say we're happy in Deir Shvi. We got the generation of the ice cream and the tafili. And the secret, all of the Sachen, and that's going to be. But if you're tuned into your neshama, so then you have to feel sometimes that you're missing. Then you have to feel sometimes, why couldn't I be more of a Shebacher? Why can't I be closer to it close? Why can't I have a little more of a Shaykhas with a Bissala Emes? And that says the and that teaches us that the Eibishter wants also in our Avodas Hashem. He's not looking that we should be holy. Sometimes we have a situation where we have an inspiration, where we get on a high, where we feel our neshama, where we could forget about our guf and nefesh and hands. Sometimes we have a Gishmak Farbrengen, or there are more like Gishmak Davening, Dinksuch Gishmak Nigin, and we pick ourselves up higher, and we feel our neshama. Now I don't care about my guf and nefesh and and we could convince ourselves, oh, that's the ultimate, that's the goal. I want to have more of that. I don't want to be caught up with my Mitzias the way it usually is. Because ich bin versucht in der Cheshach in alle Beaste. Says Teira Sachsidus, says Teira Sama, says the Rebbe's Teira, the Sava Kadosh Baruch Hu, he is like Dina B'Tachteinen. Now where does the Eibishter have his taiva? Where does the Eibishter have his enjoyment? Where does the Eibishter get his taina? That was the purpose. Was auf dem ist gewählt die ganze Stede Stahlschel zum Marische. That there should be this Helen Behester, the Helen Behester in the world, and the Helen Behester Elam Kotan Zeh Adam. Now we have our Tachtenim, the Ein Tachtim, the Mate, man of the Hester, Aiden Spora, that means our roof and that Bahamas. Sometimes we only relate with wealth. I could only think about when is going to be my next meal. And how much pepper is Nachman going to put in the potatoes? And how much markets it's going to be? And how much time am I going to have to wait till Seder ends, or till I could be free from Seder and doing Essenach Abisol? That doesn't have Milas Adam. And despite that I feel that it's not the chance. Sometimes the person, okay, so I yet no, despite that, and that's it then. I push aside those recipients of my Nefesh HaBahamis, and I transform the Nefesh HaBahamis, and I train the Nefesh HaBahamis name. Zainish kein Behema, it is a Behema. Go eat, but remember when you're eating the Bistatamin, you're eating the Zolgabin Kayach to learn enough the meal. You're going to sleep alone. The day for Shlafim be a Behema. A Behema, you know what a Behema is?
Yeah.
You ever went to the zoo? You could see behemoth. The behemoth, what's a behemoth? A behemoth goes to sleep without an alarm clock. Because he doesn't care when he's going to get up. I'll get up at 11 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, at 1 o'clock. Und die Mahadin wissen, dass wir Kinder weiter von der Mensch. Die Mahadin, der Mahadin, Minna Mahadin. Ja, das habe ich immer. Das ist hier. Okay, schlafen, jetzt puffe. Jetzt bin ich. But I've been out of it's not like that. I say that Nefesh Abahamis had a geschmack in schlafen. But in the morning, now it's time to get up, hit Sechana, now you talk. Rafazagi Meidani, the first sit in Shulchan Aruch, that you remember Lefnei Mihu Sheikha, as the Wixton batch, steht der Eberste und guckt auf dir und weiter, du sollst dich abreißen von dein Nefesh Abahamis. And I did by the Ani is Tafkin, and Mate Menu. When you have to read his bracha, you could see it with your dying tomatoes. Das dachte du bist noch Lachele, fight for Yiddishkeit. In that hell of the Hester, you reveal by yourself the way you're a soldier, you know in bed, be a soldat, and it's a Meida, and Ilu Fanecha, Melachai, the Kayam, Shafat, to be Yishmas. Today is Yud Shevat, when the Rebbe pulls us out of our blood. When the Rebbe pulls us out, when we do our part to go out. And to do our part, after this, as the dear ladies Baruch are seinen Tachteinen, und nicht Stamm Tachteinen, nur Tachteinen, Tachteinen, Melodien hast du Elis Baruch. Sei in the world and sei in the Elam Katan Adam. And that has to be translated. So by each of us, we each have to know what that means in our day-to-day life. As Mahad for and we are Tachteinen, and our life is about Tachteinen, and sometimes we can't imagine a lower matzah being has to and nevertheless, we bend ourselves and we break ourselves. Yeah, what does it mean? Maybe it is up. That's it. Scafia, maybe it is up.
Go, no, it's fine.
That's what makes it Scafia, and the name is Scafia, the princess. I'll tell you something. It's very important to me. Let's get into the day, get into the place. Olam Shana Nefesh in Shana, we're in Shevat, Yom Gadol B'Hanera. In Olam, we're in the Dalit Amos of the Rabbi, in the Mukking, the Beis Rabbeinu Shebebavel, the holiest place in the world. On the Nefesh, we're in the place where we're connecting ourselves with our Yekida clothing, where we're Megala our Neshama, we're Megala the Etzem our Neshama, Basit Ma'am Meitu Yisparah. Let's get into that experience and get into that matzah. When I read things like this from the Tashkish and Kafir, Matzah, and we're mitnem in the Pesha, that the Gufin of the Shabbat should be part of the
Chaim. Rabbi, one response. If I can drink. Rabbi, you wanna bring it out?
Yeah, so this is something actually we need to translate a little. That's the whole of it. But let me before that. Rabbi really designated the day of Giralah Shvat. As Chalas Hanesius was Giralah Shvat. Rabbi's first Farbrengen was really Giralah Shvat. First Minor, I'm sorry. And during that historic Farbrengen, the 11th day of the 11th month of the 11th year, Rabbi connected all the Yom of Giralah. The Rabbi said a mimer, and all of you heard, and all of you read, I'm sure, all the various descriptions from the Siddim who were there of that historical Farbrengen, of the tension that was in the air. They didn't know what's going to be, a yes or no, and how the Rebbe was asked to say a mimer. And then Rebbe suddenly starts saying, and the kuntres from the Shevat, they start saying the minor parts of the garden. And you hear on the tapes how it's, even though that's like it says Mashiach comes by Hesach Hadas. Everyone asks the question, so how could we kochsich in Mashiach? How could we talk about Mashiach? You're spoiling it, because then it's not going to be Hesach Hadas. The answer is, we feel Meretveg in Mashiach, and the kochsich. When Mashiach comes, it's the biggest Hesach Hadas, it's the biggest surprise. You don't change your preparation. We try to prepare as much as we're able. But after all our preparations, we hear that in this moment, that the Lechera had a bunch of simonim that the Rebbe is going to accept in his years. They had rayas, you could say, various rayas, and it was publicized with the whole katzer table in the newspaper that the Rebbe is going to officiate the Achtara by the Farbrengen. And the Rebbe told them to make Akasha, and then they sent them out to Chassidim, and the Rebbe said, agreed not to make Akasha. It was like almost official. And nevertheless, you hear when the Rebbe finally actually starts saying the Maimon, that it's the biggest Hesach Hadas, it's the biggest shock and excitement, and everyone got up, but you hear the tension here. Our companion, Rebbe said the Maimer, and Rebbe said the Maimer in parts, like everyone knows. And after the Maimer, I think the first Sikha the Rebbe said after the Maimer, only the first Sikha, Rebbe said that Rebbe said, don't think, he gave the marching orders. That Taka, now I'm accepting the Nasius officially. Now there's a Rebbe of the Rashvi, there's a Nasi of the Rashvi, who's like Moshe Rabbeinu going to bring the Shina Lamata Baretz, like the Maimer explains. And the Rebbe said, don't think that means that you don't have to work. The Rebbe said, ich sag sich nicht ab von helfen. Yeah, I'm ready to help you, but each person has to do the work by himself. That was the taking of the first Sikha after, right? What was the Rebbe talking about? For sure, this is true in every single area. It's that the Rebbe said that the Rebbe is going to help, and you have to do the work by yourself. It's in Shlichus. A Shliach goes to a city. He could say, it's out of my abilities anyways. I'm going to go to sleep. Like the Chassidus brings, it tells about Chizkiyahu HaMelech, that Chizkiyahu was facing a war that was very challenging, very overwhelming. So he said, I don't have the strength to fight this war. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm not able to fight the war because it's not in my powers. Similarly, Sal brings in Chassidus that there were tzaddikim that when they had a Eis Tzara, they had this level of bitachon that they didn't do any ishtadlus. And the Mamar would say, what does it mean they didn't do any ishtadlus? They didn't do any natural causes. They didn't say Tillim. They didn't even go to the mikvah. They didn't go specially to the mikvah. They didn't let there be a natural. Yeah. Rabbi Farbrengen says that each finger called the new one. So there was a difficult matzav in Eretz Yisrael. There was a tzara, there was nice. And we see them they have always taught us to take care of ourselves. And there was something that had to be established. I remember what he did. Yes. Yeah. So he said, each finger called him in. It was an older bucket of the 70s. He said, you can't sich nicht verlassen, nur auf Nissen. Und auf Tamid der Chatava Eich, komm on, sagen wir das tun. So it says the tzaddikim in the Mamar, they didn't even do any teva. They didn't go to the mikvah, they didn't say and verlost nor of the Eivish. So a Bacher could say, I need the Eibishter to make me be successful in learning and davening. What's the way to do it? I'll be above the tach, and I need Yashin al Mitasi. There are ways that have a good time. I need Yashin al Mitasi. Shliach will go to a city, you could think I need Yashin al Mitasi. But that doesn't work. Just like the Rebbe says in that Sikha, you see how that applies to Shluchim, that every Shliach, when du wirst allein kann, when you put your finger to move the stone, so then, nachdem was you tut allein, then you could see nisim that your guide to you, Matzasi, that the Metzias, Shalom, with the Ayach, the Yidiyah. Aber not when it took, that's what the Rebbe says, established up from hell. But even though we see the teichin of what the Rebbe said about Sikha, in Avedis HaShlichas, of all the Shluchim, you see, nevertheless, that's not what the Rebbe was speaking about. The Rebbe wasn't speaking about Shlichus. Not only that, the Rebbe wasn't speaking about Limud HaTorah. That the Limud HaTorah is also a guide to Limud Sasi. That a person could have, you do a little bit of work, you have Hatzlacha Shalom, if you in Roche in California, Farbrengen all the time, Mom eats Ratzis. Says that the Rabbi said to him, Psach, Picha, V'yahilu Dvarecha. He said, you just open your mouth and it's going to come out. Does that mean that he didn't have to learn? He had to learn, he had to hard learn. But after learning, it's given a gili in ganzen Shalom, V'yarech HaYegiah, Psach, Picha, V'yahilu Dvarecha. The Limud HaTorah is also the same thing, Hestas, that the Rebbe spoke about Sikha. But the Rebbe wasn't speaking about Limud HaTorah. What was the Rebbe speaking about? That there's the avodah you have to do by yourself. I'm going to help you, but you have to do the avodah by yourself. Rebbe Talein Oiskikai. He was speaking about David Hirsch. Van a waiter zat te kwijt en hij was today. What was the Rabbi speaking about when he said, don't depend on the fact that you have a Rebbe to exempt yourself from working. You still have to do the work. The Rebbe said clearly, as Midar Falein, with some quick way, can work with your Nefesh HaBahamis, with the Shtus to Umazeh, was Yadereina Veisa Zerhatas. The Rebbe was talking about our Aveda Plimis, to get out of our blood, to get out of our darkness, to work with our Tachtein, Sheitachtein, Lamate, Mene, Be'ester, Eli, Yisparach. As darten soll leichten a bissel Gettelkeit. As darten soll sich anlernen a bissel der Emes Havai Leilam. And in that the Rebbe said, you have to work by yourself. He spoke to every one of us, to every chassid, to every member of the Rashvi. And he said, you have to work on being a Chassidish Yid. And then in that, the Rebbe said he's going to help us and make sure that the work is successful. So that means, hello. That means the Rebbe is telling us, what is the Rebbe? What is the job that the Rebbe was undertaking in taking this mantle of leadership? What is his job? What does it mean to be our Rebbe? That in that union that the Rebbe is our Rebbe, the Rebbe is defined what's the relationship as Midar Falein Azitin and he's going to help us. What does it mean to be our Rebbe? Of course, as our Rebbe, the Rebbe gives us brachas, begashmis. The Rebbe gives us brachas, beruchnias. The Rebbe gives us hashpais. Everything comes from the Rebbe. But what's the defining aspect of our relationship with the Rebbe? What's the that Yud Shevat we have a Rebbe? What does it mean to have a Rebbe? So the Rebbe defined that. The Rebbe is here to help us out in our Aveda of being Chassidim. Of being Chassidim was arbeit mit the Nefesh HaBahamis, that the Nefesh HaBahamis shouldn't be machshech aleinu Yisparach. That the Shtus to Umazeh, the irrational living in wealth, and living in tightness for Nefesh HaBahamis, and living in Narishkeit should be changed. Each person of whom should delay, which the Maimon said, that's a stop with this outcome. And we have to have that ability, that goal, that effort, that work to the person. Fight with your nefesh Shabbat. Without chassidus, without a Rebbe, there could be a Yiddishkeit that kol kulei is in doing things, learning, davening, mitzvahs, which is beautiful, yeah. And it's missing this avoid of working with tachtim. It's missing this avoid of changing your nature, of working with yourself. Argue and converse and engage with your nefesh habahamis. Biz erzol haben at their head as v'hafta savay lekecha v'chol levavcha b'shnei tzarech. This avodah. Hello. Oh, forget to machen a bracha. Let's have a bit of ketchup. Hefty the hairs. We could think, what's a Rabbi? That's not a avodah of being a chassidus, trying to daven, trying to do a skafia. This was once upon a time in This was once upon a time in Lubavitch or by Alter Rebbe. But for us, what's our avodah? We're going to go on shluchas, we're going to take over the world. We're going to make a dira b'tachtenim. And the Rabbi is going to give us brachas, and he's going to take care of all our problems, which is all true. Aber nicht in dem, was steht Kabbalah Sanesios. The Rabbi defined the Kabbalah Sanesios that he's here to be our Rabbi, to help us in Iskafia, Beikira, Iskafia, maybe the Yisavcha, to be successful in this battle with our Nefesh HaBahamis, with our internal Cheshach, that's so it comes Yud Shevat, and we're celebrating, and we came all the way from New York, and the Bachim are learning in Alateira are struggling to figure out what's Yud Shevat that this year. I'm here, Kan Nimsa, Kan Haya, I'm missing all the Nimsas. Good to struggle with that. Oh, yes, okay.
Where's the ketchup?
Yeah. We're here in Shevat celebrating, and we're wishing each other, we're greeting each other with Yom Tov, right? Because it's our Yom Tov that the Rebbe, what's the Yom Tov? What does it mean to have a Rebbe that the Rebbe picks us up from what could have been Yiddishkeit, that's all about das Gelert Nachabat, Gemara, das Getal Nachamitzvah, Gebel Nachastaka. All these things are amazing. It's Satsa the Chibur, Melech Machi Amlochem HaKadosh Baruch Hu, especially when you Chassidus explain. Comes the Rebbe, and the Rebbe says das, du hast a Rebbe. The Rebbe is as Kennen Lebena, Hechel Lebena, that we're connected with the Nechi, the Nechim of Ekeichem, Lahagi Lochem, as Barabaya, we're connected with Alakut. But what does it mean connecting with Alakut? That I bring that connection into my life, into my relationship with my Nefesh HaBahamis, into the Tachtim, Shei Tachtim, Lamata, none of them has to hate it. And how do we do that? How do we make our lives, which Nitzaratzma is Tachtim, Nitzaratzma is Hester Evi Yisparach, in an incomparable way? So that's the stuff that we can maybe do. Yeah, Chaim.
Not just myself, not just myself. Break yourself. Break your
It never smells good. So I'm just volume. Get used to it. שמת לב שהשקעתם אני מקדם השיעור ההוסטים לפרנגן. תגידו שאנחנו קמצנים.
So to understand that, yeah, we're trying to understand the way we preach is that here the Tachtonim, the that's a Tachlis HaKavana, says in the Maimer, it's Al-Yidei Iskafia, V'Tisapcha, and later in the Maimer it says Al-Yidei Iskafia, V'Ha'ikir Ameyu Yidei Isapcha. Right? So let's first, let me explain to you. This is that the Chiddush of Chassidus, of the Rabbi's Torah, that he, other Daily Israel had such issue with, that the ganze Kavana and Bria Sa'elam is Dira B'Tachtein. That was on them. Before the Baal Shem Tov, there was a Seder in Avedas Hashem of Prushim. Prushim was that there were people that they got sick and tired of Elam Haza. They got sick and tired of Gashmis. Because no matter what level of their Gashmis always interferes with your relationship, with your connection with the Eibishter. And they found that Eitzah, they denounced Gashmis. They lived as Prushim, they lived their life abgesundet from Welt, completely removed from all Inyan and Gashmis. But the Friedrich Rebbe relates that when he was with his father in Vienna, they were there for a few months for Inyan Refuah. And in Vienna, there had been a short time earlier a famous potter who lived for 40 years as a potter. And so there was some Prushim that we have Chassidish Shemaisim that's making some of them. But there was some Prushim, yeah, they were looking for something real.
What do I need to do to be a part?
So listen, the Rebbe Rashab said to the Friedrich Rebbe, he wants to see the place where this famous parish near Vienna, on the outskirts of Vienna, could be, where he lived. So the Friedrich Rebbe heard that his father wants something that was the most important thing to him. What his father wants, he's going to figure out a way to do it. That's what a chassid is. When our father wants something, we figure out a way to get it done. So the Friedrich Rebbe arranged it was a locked up room. When he got the key, he got it open for the Rebbe Rashab. The Rebbe Rashab saw a room that was Zion al Zion, a tiny little cubicle. In the cubicle, there was a piece of wood where the parish sat on for 40 years. There was another piece of wood that he used as his table. There was a hole in the wall that's where they passed him his food every day. And that's where he lived like that, cut off from the world for 40 years. Probably there was another hole in the wall to charge his phone. And that doesn't say the story, probably because it's such a double pusher. Because that's the issue. And these things has to still. So he lived for 40 years. You hear? You understand that? He's Zion al Zion. He was completely Taivas Elamaza, never mind. He didn't have to do with basic worldly things. He got food from a hole and he didn't leave his room for 40 years. So the Rebbe Rashab went and he looked at it. And he looked at the room and he looked at the pieces of wood and the hole in the wall. He looked at the way this Yid lived, this parish lived. Right? And the Rebbe Rashab commented, what was his reaction? He said, Upgelect the Levin Yamech. He lives his life like a mensch. It means he praised it, he saw the positive. That means they had a positive thing. This person who lives like that, that he's living a higher existence. Because our biggest problem is that the Guf and the Nefesh HaBahamis interferes with our connection with the Eibishter. And if you could take away that interference, that's what they did with their precious. That's amazing. The Rebbe Rashab said that's a life like a mensch. What's a mensch? A mensch is Ruach HaAdam. Is preoccupied and cares and is involved with the with goodness, with godliness. And a behemoth is involved with Gashmis. He lived like a mensch. Despite the fact that the Rebbe Hashem said he lived like a mensch, and this was the Seder Aveda before the Baal Shem Tov, comes Chassidus and says, as great as it may be, as lofty as it may be, as spiritual as it may be, aber die Tachlis HaKavanas, die betachtenen, dafür vernehmen sich mit Welt. We have to engage with the world. We have to go out of our Dalit Amis and deal with the Elam Haza, with the Ein Tachten, Lamate, Menabigin, Hester, Eiri, Yisparach, as bei ihm Zalecha reingehen, ein bisschen Lichtigkeit, als Zalecha bin Ashaychas mit Elikus. Rabbi Adin Even Yisrael, formerly was known as Adin Steinsaltz. I forget what year it was. It was the time I when the Rebbe told him to change his name. It was by the Rebbe. It was the first time in many, many years. And it was the first time in many, many years that he was formally speaking in 770. There was a Sefer, there was a Farbrengen in 770, and he was one of the speakers that hadn't happened in a long, long time. He was a chassid of the Rebbe, but he was his own. So when he spoke in 770, I remember I was a Wagner when he spoke, he said over a sikh of the Rebbe, that the Rebbe said that Aveda is nicht, sometimes a mikveh, it's a place of tara, a place of holiness, it's a place of purity. But in the same vein as what we said about the Parish, the Rebbe said that Aveda is not to be in the mikveh, Aveda is to get out of the mikveh and gain the life to the God. So I think the Rebbe said that Aveda is nicht zu kratzen sich in mikveh, nor zu risking and being tiny well. And Al Capone, this is what he said over in his speech in 770, that the Rebbe said, nicht zu kratzen sich in mikveh, being tiny well. It's what the Rebbe said, and it's cool. He was like, he was Muslim to Chassidim. But there were other Chassidim there that didn't like, because they felt like he's like a half an outsider. He's not the one to come and give mitzvah to Chassidim. Sorry, the Vedas and the Amos. But they felt that it's the wrong person, it's out of place for him to say it. That's what they felt. So the next speaker after him gave a rebuttal.
Who was it?
What?
Who was it?
Doesn't matter. It was a young guy.
Was it
Very outspoken.
Nehemiah Wagner?
He's a young buck. I was a buck. The next speaker got up and said, Rabbi Steinsaltz just said, that the Rebbe said, he's on cracks in the mikveh. He said, when the misnagden don't ufer and beißen und so, they can't ufer and kratzen sich in mikveh. So, but the Rebbe said this tegen. He said, get out of the mikveh, get out of your precious room, und die vernehmen sich mit den Tachten, den Tachten der Mathe-Men, wenn Hester Eile Yisparach, and that is a very a bisschen lichtiger. Will that be as light as in the Parish precious room, where he's devoid, he doesn't have any interference from Elam Haza? So he could easier connect with his neshama. It's not going to be the same thing. But that's the Tachlis HaKavanah. That's the Nesava Kavitah. That's the practical difference. Right? That's an example of the practical difference. Now, so you got to understand by yourself, in Precious, the guy who does the Precious correctly, look to them, not the skafia, maybe the way we were trained as a citizen, but he's breaking his nefesh habahamis. He's not giving in to any of the desires and the whims and the so-called needs of the guf nefesh habahamis. He's depriving it. He's breaking it because that's a skafia, and that skafia is effective. That skafia elevates him. That skafia gave him an easier time of tuning into his neshama without a question. but it's not a skafia maybe with the isap. That's a mile of skafia for itself. It helps break the tachtenim, so the tachtenim are steren. So in the place of the tachtenim can sein a deal of yispara. Says the mimer, the emesis skafia is when the skafia of breaking your nefesh habahamis is used as a tool that then you could teach the nefesh habahamis. That then some minturch them in the nefesh habahamis with Holocaust. I want to share with you. Yeah, and it's true.
I don't know anything.
In many
The story of
areas.
Rabbi Menendez, please tell me why. Right, so what's the story?
How do I do it?
It's the story of Rabbi Menendez. His daughter, but she was candles and vinegar.
I experienced many
Mashed
instances.
Also mashed cake.
But one thing, very not long ago, just 6 weeks ago, I was mamish al eres devoid. I was in a state that I couldn't eat anything. Mamish, like it says, kol eichel t'saiv namchem t'pshutim. And I was hungry, and I couldn't take food in my mouth. And I went through days. I had to force myself to eat. A little bit just went through, and this went on for a few minutes. And it wasn't just eating. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. Yeah. That sleeping is also from the tightness from the nefesh habahamis. I'm all making a schlafen is going to show me the Lamaila because I look at the Kizah. I just think the Sicher, you will sleep the night of Matipena. Sleeping is Pasha, the Bahamishkeit, the Nefesh Bahamis, the Zaina Behema, and liegen in bed. What's that?
I had recently, it's not for Mishmak during the
You
day.
have to sprechen. What?
I had recently, it's not for Mishmak during the day. So,
I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. And not only that, I was in Yemen for many years. It was like my body wasn't mine. I wasn't shy of any Yemen. These 15 cooperative thing. I wasn't shy for any bodily pleasure. Whatever little bit that I ate was special to Skafia. I had to break myself to get the food in. There was no food that I could have. Enjoyment from eating was not shy. And I'm telling you, not just eating, but anything connected with the goof. You talk Iskafia. I had the biggest Iskafia of my nephew. My gift was deprived. I every day was a Gehenna, and I didn't think I would survive. And then it came slowly. It started turning over, and became for me because it was like a new way. And not only that, the Iskafia wasn't my choice, and it wasn't my doing, but it brought me very big benefits. Sof kol sof, we all have a neshama, and the neshama is created like and the only reason why we're what we are, why we have these Bahamish behaviors and instincts, is because the goof is myron, and the goof of the nefesh Bahamis is myron. And when the goof gets broken, and that's how it was by the Kushan, that's why there is Gafi also that is Ketan. When the goof is broken, then you're able to have a better connection with the Holocaust. Then, and since then, I experienced a better ability to daven. I know there's a word from the Shevat Kedava, but I can tell you the Didi have a Uvda for all the money in the world, for the wealth of Kenach. That's nicht durchgegangen nach einmal by choice because I didn't know how I'm going to make it the next day at a point that my doctor didn't think that it started now. It was managed by any kabach. But for all the money in the world, I wouldn't give up the benefits that I got. A bissel mehr davening, a bissel mehr learning, and there's still a trace left from that. Not from Aveda, but as the goof gets pushed aside, no matter what way, then your neshama is more accessible, it's more within reach. And I thought to myself at that time that I was not shy to feel a feeling from my goof. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't my goof. I thought then, Hashem says, "Kisira chamer sinach," as the chamer goof is very thin. Yes, sinach is very thin. Everyone gets along very good with their goof. You take care of him, right? One hand washes the other. He doesn't always do what you want. He sometimes interferes with your Avedis Hashem. You have friends that interfere with your Avedis Hashem. They're still your friends. You love them. You could scream at them by a Farbrengen. That's what saying that. For us, the good thing saying that. Generally, he works as a good partnership. And I'm both. By me, it was Seinach. I had nothing in common, no partnership, no relationship. And at that time, I thought I couldn't imagine that I'm gonna come back to Taivas Akiva and under the Taivas Bifnis. And I can't say Baruch Hashem on it, but Baruch Hashem, I went out of that the negative part. But I came back, but not the Baruch Hashem. That I came back and it's like the Nefesh Shabbat, it's like he never had this. It's the same way he was before. I have the benefits didn't go away completely. The look is the benefits somehow, and I thank the Eibishter for that. But as soon as it went away, somehow the medical problems started improving. Now I enjoy eating again, and I look very good food, and it became about time again. Like nothing changed. Aber gelernt, was das meint, ist Kafia, was nicht mehr will, der es habcha. It's still a benefit. It still helps that the Tachteinen sollen nicht sterben, the Betachtin, und in Ad has the Eire Yisparach, the way it is in Games Ha'elam Nasam, the Liebe Shalom Adam, soll nicht sterben. Should be pushed aside so that the Neshama soll können machen, soll können forbidden sich ein bisschen mehr mit Göttlichkeit. But that's not the Tachlis HaKavana. The Tachlis HaKavana is jeder Brech, was mit Brech in Nefesh Abrahamic does, was the Nefesh Abrahamic will schlafen wie a Behema. That when a person sleeps, he's like a Behema. Or was schlafen wir nicht in Sukkah, because when there's not keeping the Bina, will wir nicht sein in a Matzir, where we're not in control of ourselves, where we're like a Behema. Gib mir noch mal Brech. Mir sagt, das ist in der Früh, geht mir nach jetzt zum Bett. I am tired. Jede Hiske with me, shake it. But when is this kafir proper? When it's ikir amazing the isabcha. That we use that as a tool that a little bit we weakened our nefesh habahamis. So now I'm able to communicate with the nefesh habahamis. The ultimate kavana is their tachting. The ultimate kavana is that every part of the world that is that we don't see at all any connection with Eibishter. I know this is also part of the Dira Yispara, even though it's not, you're not going to see the same Dira like in Elam Yisrael. That's what the Eibishter gewollt and that's what the Eibishter's title. So that's the first thing. So the Rebbe said in the Sikha, after the Minor, in the first Sikha, you have to catch up with us. He came in the middle. That's the only the Herrim was The Rebbe said in the first Sikha, was made us as we're having yet the Rebbe. That means that the Rebbe is going to help us and make it possible for us and empower us and enable us. What? In one thing, in a lane, Talmud and Nefesh Habahamis. And that's where the Rebbe said we have to do that Veda lane. Yeah, the lane is our lane turn. Everyone has to find the Shtus to Lumazah. What's the Shtus to Lumazah? And who schlafst? Doesn't make sense. What schlafst do? You think about fressen and schlafen. All these things was a behemoth can do sichten. That's not Yashno. Nehmen the Stills von Rumazer. And like the Rabbi said, I'm the koch of the Nefesh Abahamis. That is all cooked up to get a little bit more Ilam Hazard, to run after another desire, and to transform that. And this Aveda, that's what we have our Rebbe. That's what the Rebbe defines as the meaning of the Rebbe. And that's what it was about that the Rebbe said, that even though now you have a Rebbe, still you have to do that Aveda, the Kreyachatzmei, the Aveda that says in Basi Vegani, bringing the Shilo Lamata Ba'aret, and like the Wagner says, it's Skafio Vikra maybe with the Yisaf.
Good job.
Also, that was
Last year we had a cover.
So remind me of there was a Farbrengen of the Rabbi in one of the early years. He spoke about that you didn't have to have a shidus. It's going to gain on the soil with a shidus. But the Rebbe's shikha was on guide to the soil with a shidus. And it's a chaykar with them. I want to give a bracha on the chayim because I've been done. But she was like gesund. Zolo have it in the soil and kayfis. But now Shabbat will always be active. Not active. The time is how do we say this? Now Shabbat is so sein. The good soll sein gesund. The good soll sein gesund. Aber doch kein Ankämen in der Time ist. Das gab Kamel, der es hatte. Aber der alle Jahren von der Bisse gewähnt, soll nicht bechazerin, sein gesund und stark, damit kolayom.
Amen.
So I just want to take this to one other area that I saw people, a lot of people, there's a lot of stuff in the life were asking a question on the minor of this year, okay, from the minor of this year of the and they were going in different directions and trying to answer. And I think the answer is the type, so I just want to share with you. The Farbrengen Rabbi's Maimer Isir Gimel, the way the Rabbi explains it to us, the Farbrengen Rabbi is explaining the Bizbus HaEtzres that the Melech for Netzach, for Nitzach in HaMochama, is Mevazbez the Eitzres Shalom Shizafasana Ayin, and he gives them to the Anshe Achayel, the Tzidus Hashem, in order to empower them to win the war. In order to explain what the Eitzres is, he explains to us the Eitzres Hayam in the Maimer. So the Farbrengen Rabbi says, the Eitzres is the Indian from a Maila they catch. In order to explain Maila the cats, so the Farbrengen Rabbi explains first Mata the cat. So in that there was Eis Yud Beis, where the Farbrengen Rabbi explains what's this Iftu and Chiddush and Maila and Alekos, Pasar is Eirin Seif Mata the Tachlis, the infiniteness of the Eibishter, that he goes lower and lower as Mahava, Eilemes, Nidigir, until he's Mahava, Lamaza, Kachtin, Lamata, Nanu, still he's Mahava, Kuchis, Achra. What does that mean? The Kayach Ein Seif, that it creates further and further from the course of earth is Mahava. This is insane, it's an infiniteness of game. And then in Isir Gimel, the explains that this is further. Not only is the alien safe infinite, that it's Mahava alien believable, but it's infinite that in all those elements believable, as low as it goes and as low as the element is, the alien safe remains alien safe. It remains a lekuf begiloi, like the Maimer says, it's the spashtus begiloi in those lowest elements. That the alien safe, the Eibishter lekuf is meyer. That's Yisrael. That's what's there. Yes. It says the alien safe is begiloi. No matter how low you go, and it explains how low that even in Elam's Biyah that are not kingdom for the coast, nevertheless, they're in safest, they splash the Gili over there. And even where there's Parei Malach Mitzrayim, Atanim Agadol Halevis B'Seif Ya'elov Ha'omer Li Ya'eli V'Li Asisini, like the Maimer explains that he was a Kfui Teva, that he Pashat was rebelling against the Eibishter and denying the kindness that the Eibishter had them given out to the Machtinimus. So sein Eiver Leraglav Abracha from the Eibishter. So that's like Tachlis HaKlipa and Tachlis HaHelam B'Hesker. Dirt in the Zeich Faran Eiling Seif L'mata Mata Bin Tachlis, that the Eiling Seif is dispatched to Sibiriya. So the question that I saw a lot of people asking this year was, what does that mean? You're saying that it's Tachlis HaHelam B'Hesker, that it's Eiling Mitzviyah. So the mission came into the course. Is a woman has that agashim, which is tactic and tactic. Lamate men, you have to until you have the clip of Pade. That's the biggest Mailim master of the course, right? That he doesn't acknowledge and recognize how his whole Mitzias came from the Eibishter. The wheels, the Eibishter, the Rabbi, and that's what the Macht is sich vergetschka. Stuck in Grasser, Helen Behester. How do you say that this is the beauty that the splash is the beauty? Since Behelen, the Ibber is a party Melech Mitzrayim, the Ibber is a Klipa. And the same thing in the Lamhazer, Bechlal Yisrael, the Chocheder Yishbekiva. And it's Behelen. What does the Maimers mean that what's the Maila they didn't say? And does the Recht of the Hebrew dispatch this or the dispatch this?
One of the meals, Frank is on the dining room.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought a question was
The dining room is what's
so if you spoke about, I'm sure you guys already came up with the right answer, but we'll review it. That's the shot. Okay. The first time I learned it, when I started learning my life, a month ago. A month if I started doing it, I didn't have the mind. So I was trying to understand that I thought it meant something. But I said, obviously, this is going to be explained in ICU Dalit. I looked up ICU Dalit, especially I didn't have it downloaded. I downloaded because I had the Kuchis bus in Ghana. I downloaded Tafshin Williams. I didn't have it on my iPad, so I could look up ICU Dalit. I don't remember what I saw in ICU Dalit, but I remember what came out from there was the Pshat is Pashtus Vidu, that soft ultimately, as low as any of these Tachtenim are, as low as this Kripa is, Verta Chamatze was the Herta Lekus. And for was the Herta Lekus through whatever means, like we see, is because of the infiniteness of the Eibishter that he comes the Gilui Yashkech, even that in the Matamata. What does it mean in Elam Haza? Elam Haza is Tachtim, Shentachtim, Lamatim, and being Hesper, but it's a world that's seemingly devoid of Holocaust completely. But what's our whole of it? That's in the Gallows and Holocaust. We take a Dover Gashmi that's completely devoid of Holocaust, can you sign my Hesper, and we use that Dover Gashmi for a mitzvah. How were we able to do that? That's mitzvah. This is Pashtus Vigilia, very safe. This infiniteness of the Eibishter, that it could be this Pashtus Vigilia, and this Elam Haza Gashmi, was mitzvah Atzme is a mitzvah. Parei Melech Mitzrayim is the biggest clipper. It's like Lo Yadaiti Asavaya, Li Avaya, Shashma B'Kela. Even though his whole mitzvah is that the Jews was able to that made him for someone who could make a claim to fame. He came from the Eibishter, and for that's why you have to make it with them. And nevertheless, in Para Yatzachon Geher Telekos, the Yadu with the Makis broke Para to the point that the Yadu Mitzrayim Kiyani Avaya. How did it come? Takas through the Makis. Aber durch the Makis hat sich aufgetan the Gili Yolekos in Para. Taris Pashtus Vigilui, Vasakikenta Grechin, was able to reach to Pare, to this Klippa, to Leilam Haza, to each one in its way. That's a result of the infiniteness of the Eibishter, of the Ein Seif. The way that's explained in this year's Ois, we are as Ein Seif, I feel we are as Lamata Mata.
And they have the last ace of Vayida Menonida.
Okay? It says even more than that, I'll tell you in a second. Even before that, this makes this out. But before that, I want to just translate this practically for us. What does this mean? But that's the whole nekuda of this ice. Sometimes we think a bacher, a yiliman, a chassid, a misnati, we think, where is my Yiddishkeit? Where is my connection with the Eibishter? It's the same word of Yisavat, we think, where is my Yiddish? Where is my, when I'm spiritual? When I have a Seidos, when I'm sitting by the Farbrengen or by the meeting or by a davening where I get on a high, oh, that's another thing. And I sit by the Farbrengen and I make Achvatas favorites and I want to be good and I want to be Chassidish and I want to be Mekusher and I want to be Megawa, but then sometimes I'm in a different mindset that I don't relate with that, I don't feel that. I feel my nefesh Adam. I don't feel like my achlotis. I don't feel like my saviors. I feel like eating pizza, going to the Akiva, going to the CN Tower, skiing. Yeah, let me just chill out. Let me just enjoy a Lamhasa. I once came with Yeshiva's bus for Rosh Hashanah. If I got here in the morning, went to the place. We just came off the bus and it was morning and it said Erev Rosh Hashanah in the morning and 7:70 they're saying Slichas and saying Minyanim for Slichas. And one chassid comes over to me, I love you. He comes over to me and he says to me, versteht mich der Avodah, was versteht mich der Avodah, was mit tut. A Bansha, a Inikov, a Kinko, a Misish, versteht mich der Avodah. What's Rosh Hashanah? Rosh Hashanah, der Eibishter, man schafft in der Welt mit das Nacht. Right? There was Binyan and Malchus, and we created the whole Elam, Umalaya, the Shaman. If we want to appreciate Rosh Hashanah, if we want to appreciate the Ba'at, the Mechadish, the recreating the world, that would doch nicht normal von Elam Hazeh. Yeah, as if I weiß bin, als man erkennt der Elam Hazeh, was der Eibishter verschaffen. Ja, man macht die alle Sachen. Yeah. This is serious. So sometimes we're in a matzah that we don't know for the Elam Hazeh, so that the Eibishter belt. Yeah, Morabu, myself, Rabbi. Today don't bother me with my achlotis. Today I'm not that person. Today I don't feel that. I'm not a Chassidish Shabbat today. I'd love to be that again. Hopefully tomorrow I'll go back there. But today I don't feel it. So today I'm gonna go make a barbecue and barbecue some chicken wings and whatever. Hoping I'm not from Elam Hazeh. Be a bacher for station Elam Hazeh. Convince me. But it's also because that's like it says, Chassidim used to say the story that Aristotle, who was the big, brilliant Aristotle, who the Rambam says that with his chachma, with his wisdom, with his philosophy, with his seichel or nishi, that he reached Karev L'maylas HaNevuah, which is unbelievable. Karev L'maylas HaNevuah, and nevertheless, his Talmidim caught him once by a mice in the vela, by a mitzvah. Was it passed? His whole seichel was all about so he asked him how you touch it. He said, "Now I'm not Aristotle." Then it was tomorrow. I'll be now I'm not. So that's what the Bacher thinks. Now I'm not the Chassidish Bacher by the Farbrengen, the Chassidish Bacher by the davening. Now I'm back to the Elam Hazeh. Hopefully tomorrow, next week, I'll get myself back on the higher. Says the minor, say, that you have to find a way. That where does the lamata? Du bist da tachtig, she tachtig, lamata, you have to read in Farah as it feels in ganzen Stelle. Or more than that. That you're parallel with Mitzrayim. As du bist a Klippe, as du denkst, das ist eine Erkennung, you're fighting against the Eberstein. Eino Chanami, das Taka Klippe. And where is the infiniteness? Where is the Chiddush of the Ein Sof? As derten soll man sich ein bisschen erbrecht haben, derten soll man sich ein bisschen erbegt haben, to bend yourself, to battle, it's saying, come and lay it, say nay. As people say, Shaykh, soll sich dort an Herrn Alakus. And then when you'll be in Azman Seilus, was the Herrn Alakus, he's a Herzach in Azman Seilus. Yeah, but David was asked to find out host happy that in the letter or the letter. So the mata the Catholics here there's mata in valleys, in Zich, in the Elam Katan. So it's a third in the before Sishayach. And I mean this is all because each one will from sheer delay in whatever way it happens. And this is clear in the Mimer. The Mimer says, what does it mean, Pari Malach Mitzrayim? What does it mean, Pari Malach Mitzrayim? Touched it up in the Mimer. It's there by Yeshvayah, it's there by Balisa. It means this chassid who goes into business and he forgets about today. It means the Bacher who's learning in yeshiva on her Mechadish seiner Chiddush and forgets das so sein Lamitas Shalteira. He forgets about the nice and obtained of B'dakos. Where the Mimer explains it as B'dakos. That's the Pari Melech Mitzrayim. And to him speaks the Friedrich Rabbi the Mimer. What's the Mimer for? Why is it giving this example? And he has to change himself. Kommt der Reis, als der Mimer bringt der Reis, wie immer Mata den Tachlis. Where it is by any person, bringt man dort rein ein bisschen Holocaust. Through that the Mimer explains to him, as Lezu Aderech, und soll der Herr nehmen, verstehe Javik in der nächsten Atera. Hat sich aufgetan, der Ein Sof, der Chiddush, in the infiniteness of Ein Sof. Here is a mata den Tachlis. I'll tell you for myself what it means to me. And everyone will find what it means to you. The Mimer says, what's Pari Melech Mitzrayim? Yoiz Bahavasa. That you could be someone, chutzpet sich mit sein ganzen Metzies. Hält sich groß mit seinem Metzies. His existence makes him feel, oh, I need to ask you. And tries to show him to be a Yeshua government. I don't want to brag, but I could say, yeah, my whole life, I lived Yoiz Bahavasa. I got a Mimer with Nukudis. I never got a Mimer with illustrations. If I got a Mimer with pictures, I would have a picture of me. But Yoiz Bahavasa, I would never see. Oh, I'm so frustrated. What's my dad? And you know what the picture would do? I would see the picture, I would be bringing more, I'd be up there. Pari Melech Mitzrayim would be our illustration in the field of David Mimer. I would have my picture. By me, the Eberster had the Tzibrak and Abisol. I'm still Yari Bavasar. But I was forced to acknowledge Holocaust. I was forced, and I'm still forced, and I see Baruch Hashem Nisim day to day. Don't go by a day that I don't see Nisim. Is that in the mata the tachlis is there specialness for humiliating sin, and that's shayus by everyone. That's what the Mimer is for. That's what the ice is for. That everyone find us in the Chadin Seichel. That even if we find by ourselves what the Frierdiker Rebbe describes, Sudu B'Stayesheveya, Sudu B'Stayesheveya, or your Yesheveya who fixes the Balesa on a Sparubin on a Hakim, besides learning and davening and Farbrengen. So the Frierdiker Rebbe says, yeah, you're the spiritual party now. So, no, you're the translation. Catches it up. So there got the moment. That we don't have to have to be using it. We should have it through learning the mind, through learning of the head and of our cities in a way that it penetrates us, that it penetrates that nefesh of a habit. Here is Yoiv Ba'avasek. Wir bringt sich mit seinen Metzies or bless sich mit seinen Metzies. Because over there also, no matter how big your Metzies, that's the koyach ein say. And that's the grace von ein say. And that's the infinite of ein say that he's able to penetrate. He's able to be bespashtus with Gilui. That no matter how each of us could tell ourselves, and it could be true, that we're tachtim, sheitachtim, u'matim, being Hester Eira Yisparach, and that we have the Shvat, and we have a Rebbe, that the Rebbe powers us and uplifts us and elevates us. As in der Tachtim Zover Nadira Yisparach, through Iskafia Ve'ikra Medium Ve'yishapcha, to working on ourselves. And it's a Yidias Nefesh and Yidias Basa. The Masler gave her, that the Masler gave her, this is us in that video, and us in that fucking thing. And I'm stuck in as is that, stuck in those. So everyone has to be find by yourself, that the Frierdiker Rebbe helps us find it by yourself. We forget to acknowledge the Eibishter, we fight the Eibishter sometimes. The first, I told you, the first secret of Shulchan Aruch, you wake up in the morning as the Shach Minut, and you remember with the new Sheikh, after he's speaking from that. And I kept me, that's out the Eibishter, but here should penetrate now through working, through your Shevat. Was gibt die Kaya Yanyu die Stimme und Mathe bei allen in die Arzt ist in die Grabkeit in die Akama. There's the A safe for Mathe of the pathways as does all seine Spaß to be safe. And if we do and if we set our goals and set our bars higher and we work on it, then we're guaranteed, like the Rebbe said in that Sikha Yishvat Tafsir Aleph, as the Rebbe's helping. And he helps us, and he continues to help us. But we have to make ourselves clean, we have to do our part. We have to work with our own nefesh habahamis, and work with the kafim, the shkustu lumas, the vasyede, and the beisos, the helpers, and that we don't need illustrations, we all know what it is. And change that over, and breaking and penetrating with the Eira Laki, and so zayin the gilur, and the oil service, and the mata, the tachlis, and the Lamai, the cats, and the Zemzom, and the Natseach side, the Mohammed, soft self, or a rescue from Govos, and a line cats in the Kuba Mitzvah, Shlemer, take it, we have Amen.
Seal.
Wagner was thinking about the Wagner, thinking about Mato, Adin Tachlis, also over there is already some.
Five now. That's it.
Everyone knows that Real used to chaz this word that talk about that ever bring down Shechina Lamata. But one of the simonim is that a mo when something happened, wasn't well, a place, a car crash, a gneva, this and that. So the first thing you think about is you have to either call the police, you have to go to the doctor, you have to use the kirkus of Teva to solve the problem. Doing the rebels and the escalating, and the first thing that comes to mind, do the filling, that's the simon that the Lukuz, the Rangaton, in the Dvarim Agashmiyim, is like the Mata.
Adin Tach.
Oh, what? I was saying, the person had the chitas and the helmet and stuff. After the car is the up leg, that the chitas is the iker and the alle the zuz and all the zaken. So they have to remind him that you should also wash your car at night.
What's the story?
But Amo became, not became. But sometimes we say like a certain thing, like you don't go there. Hey, you meet a Holocaust survivor, and they almost knock you in the ground. But they start telling you their shyness, when they that. You keep quiet. Don't mix it. In this area, try. Certain times, this. Am I there? He's in the hospital and this Yassim Yisurim. You say, don't mix in. Come to my man's arm, the mata the tachlis. I eat is nicht gesund und the group wasn't working. Da, I'm making them that's the mimer. I know why I touched up that scafia that didn't bring this out. You said yourself that there was a relation was complete. This was happening, yeah, right? But that's the shot. Mata in those areas. Don't mix Abishter. Yeah, it's like this. That happens. Don't bring it up over here. Don't bring me in over here. The dog really come out of time as I know. The dog let me use the seichel. Let me use in place. Was Allah chachmei sagen. Don't bring over here. Das ist der Maimer. There you are. Als dorten wo mit allemaal gesagt, don't bring Abishter in. Over here, bring the Abishter rein. In those tough situations, or when they say, the mata sehr stark. Dort nach mal reinbringen, der Abishter. Es gab ja, das hat, das ist der Abishter. Aber, da sein der Abishter bis in den Teira. Der Rebbe sagt mal, der Maimer, darf kommen zu dem, und ist Askus in Teira. So there, we have done a mission of the Kripa, I can do favor. So there was a house that he said, not his neighbor, one of the machine that it's for all, they printed. So they said, a hostage said, when the mimer came out, that year's Basi Lagani, that's the Hira for the whole year. When that year's Basi Lagani, that's the Koch of that mimer, that's the Hira for the whole year. So this year is the Oyster Gimel. We have that Runga at the Indian from the Mata, it happens the Frat Toshim of Gimel, born by Richos, the Indian. That's the Savashah. So I'm bringing the Lukur in the Inge Erte, in the place that you don't want to go. I was once on the story in a neighborhood, Hanukkah, and the neighborhood was just only restaurants and bars and everything. So we stood on the street. Give out Monadis. We wanted them a street with 770, and after 11 o'clock, the streets were getting empty. And he said, go in the bars.
Inside?
Inside. I told him, I'm not going inside. I'm outside, I'm not going inside. So he said, As Panim, Legehenim. You say it every morning in Brachas, As Panim, Legehenim. I made the shot, and the Amateur was the As Panim, so very fashik again. Aber der andere Prat, Prat ist, als der was eine Jüdischkeit ist stark, as. Mit der As ist eine starke Jüdischkeit, der reingehen in Gehennem, aber dort bringt Orange so. So ich bin auch bei dem, but the MSC, that's the mind was saying, that we can reingehen in der Ort, was ist Gehennem. Das ist ein Mata, aber dort ist aber reingehen in der Orange so.
coming right here, huh? Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay,
Like a science experiment?
Song.
There's a seder by the Rabbi, by the Farbrengens. Once in a while, they would make a fundraiser, so Chas would get up, put in a streimel, and say a story. Everyone get money. Unfortunately, there's no streimel, but I can share a story. The story is read it in a copy of Akiva from Alter Chatzir, thanks to Mendel Weidbert, Schlittach. Anyway, the man the Friedrich came to America and Dobrish Tzaddik for the first time. There was a certain Yid who came to Chidus, a younger man, his name was Elchanan Kalezer. And the Friedrich gave him $30. The Friedrich told him, invest these $30 and you'll become rich. And guess what? He invested the $30. This is at the time of the Great Depression. He became rich. And then the Friedrich came to America to stay in Tafshin. So he would give a lot of money to the Babich. And this man was very close with Shlomo Aaron Kazarnovsky, and he was close to Shlomo Aaron Kazarnovsky because his parents with Davin in the shul of Shlomo Kazanovsky. So one time he turns to Rabbi Kazanovsky and he says, Rabbi Kazanovsky, I give a lot of money to Chabad, but I want to do something special. I want to do something special. So Rabbi Kazanovsky wrote to the Friedrich Rebbe, and the Friedrich Rebbe answered him that the next Mitzvah Yom Kippur was the beginning of Tishrei, the end of El, said Mitzvah Yom Kippur, you should come this year, they'll come in Glazer, you should come with his parents to break the fast, eat the Sunnah by the Friedrich Rebbe's farming. So as soon as Yom Kippur was over, before this Gvir got a chance to even take a bite to eat, there was already a limousine waiting outside his house. Second off the taste, ready to take him to 770. He gets there, gets to 770. Rabbi Kazanovsky. And the Friedrich Rebbe said, first Rabbi Kazanovsky should come to Yechidus, and then they'll speak about it. So Shlomo Kazanovsky goes to Yechidus to the Friedrich Rebbe, and the Friedrich Rebbe tells him, Heinz is given by Mir the Zayda the Tzemach Tzedek. It's Moshe, hey, today I had a visitor, Yom Kippur, my grandfather the Tzemach Tzedek. And he asked me, can you turn a paper for me? Can you do me a favor and print my shouts of Shuvah? The Friedrich Rebbe said, I think this young man should be the one to do it. Shlomo Kazanovsky left the Chiddush. He was shaking, he was white, there was a chassid Baruch, he saw him. He said, why is your face so white? So Kazanovsky had to say, it was a fast day today, I'm weak, my face is white. Anyway, Kitzer, so this beer, Blazer, he sponsored the whole printing of the Shouts of Tzedek. It's said about 10 volumes, it costed a lot of money back then. Option Pay 1925. That's better. And the Rabbi was the one who made the whole sefer. The class about sefer. I never saw this in another sefer printed by Kos, even though the Rabbi made whole farm printed by Kos back in those days. On the other side of the Shabbat, at the bottom, small word, it says, Buchen v'nistel l'tfus al yidei harav mem ben Levi Yitzchak. In fact, when you look in the Kisyad in the Rebbe's library, all the Chuvas at some tzedek have marks and edits on them. The Rebbe's Tzedek Kiddush. Anyway, Kitzer, this year, Blazer, he sponsored some tzedek's Chuvas. He got a lot of money from the. He got a lot of blachs from the Rebbe. When the Chuvas of the some tzedek finished, the Rebbe said they should make a special Farbrengen because of the prestige of the some tzedek. And they made a Farbrengen. All my about the Farbrengen. Kitzer. Right now we're printing a Akiva for Shevat, and we need a lot of money, so we can't rely on time to sponsor the whole thing every time. So open up your hearts and open up your wallets, and it doesn't have to be a crazy thing. You can even buy a kedusha, you can get your name, you can sponsor Lili Nishmas, for Shlema. Any money counts.
You want our American money or?
I want all your money.
Who's want to print?
Thank you very much. And speak to Chaim, we have Cash App, you get a card. Zell, anything, correct, big time, Chaim Labracha. We'll take it next to the hill.
I gotta go quick.
Yeah.